Alright, welcome to Fighter from 3. This may be a shorter episode. Actually, it probably will be. But the result was a France win 83-76, ending the 25-game Olympic win streak of the U.S. team, and that is the first loss in a while for them. Not only that, that's dropping round one of the Olympics, or of basketball. Oh, great. Trying to pull up a box score right now. Got him. Got it. As I wait for it to load, thanks to ESPN. Because ESPN's been great so far this week. The leading scorer on the France side was Evan Fournier, and on the American side, Drew Holiday, who just joined up with the team. I had a feeling going into this game the chemistry would shake a little bit just because of the guys coming in on the American side. But dude, you lost a close game to France, whose starters were, or among their starters, they did have Gobert and Batum, but they also had Yabusele, Fournier, and DeColo. Fournier dropped 28 points, Gobert dropped 14, DeColo dropped 13, and Batum and Yabusele didn't do much with 6 and 5 points. Both had 4 boards, but Batum had 5 assists compared to Yabusele's 1. They were both starting forwards. So the France starting forward combo didn't do very good, which that's not a combo you'd expect to do very good, even if they have chemistry. Gobert he didn't do exactly as much as I thought he would. He did almost have a double-double though, but he had 1 assist. But he was 5 of 6. He didn't have that many shots. Fournier shot 11 of 22, had 28 points, 4 boards, 1 assist, and DeColo was their, I assume, was their primary ball handler because he was 5 and 5 in terms of boards and assists, and he had only 11 shots, made 4 of them for 13 points. The France team got sent to the line quite a bit, with Gobert going 8 times, making half of those. Fall going 6 times, making 5 of those. DeColo going 4 times, making 3, and Fournier making 2 of his 3 from the line. Though Fournier did have 5 turnovers, nobody really had big numbers in terms of fouls. But on the American side, your starters were, Tatum's still not starting, by the way. Durant apparently played a guard spot. He's listed as guard. LaVine and Lillard are obviously your point and shooting. Durant should be listed as a forward and put at your 3. Draymond Green was obviously your 4, and Bam Adebayo was your 5. Coming off the bench, you had Johnson, Tatum, Middleton, McGee, Booker, Holiday. Holiday came off the bench and still scored more than 2. Actually, if you combine everybody but anybody who or if you combine one player that has more than 10 points in the starting lineup and one that has less, besides, well, no, that doesn't work out. He outscored the whole starting lineup in terms of single player points, though he took 13 shots and made 5 of them. He was 5 of 6 from the line. Adebayo was 5 of 8 from the field. Zach LaVine was only 3 of 6. Draymond only got 1 shot. which is why he has 2 points. Dame went 3 of 10, 3 of 9 from 3. That's kind of alarming. Had 11 points, 3 boards, 3 assists, 4 turnovers. And Kevin Durant had scored 33% of his shots, going 4 of 12. 1 of 6 from 3. Guys, what are we doing with the threes? And 10 points. The reason this team lost was because the starting lineup never showed up. Johnson was 0 for 1. 1 board, 1 assist, no points, 1 foul. I assume he didn't get much time. Tatum, 3 of 9. 1 of 5 from 3. He had 1 rebound, no assists, 2 blocks, 2 turnovers, 2 fouls, 9 points. Really? Middleton didn't even make both his shots. JaVale McGee missed his shot from range, though he made 2 free throws. So, if you combine the whole bench scored 33 points. That is over a third of your points. And looking at the starting lineup, if you take Green and Levine's numbers out, they scored 33 too. So that's just over a third. Or kind of over a third. But, dude, yeah, that was sloppy. Bam had a double-double. Nobody else had a double-double. Though, Drew, if he had a couple more rebounds, gets a double-double. And that's about it. There were some bad performances. This team was 36.2% from range, compared to the France team was 46.8%. Yeah, that tells a story in and of itself. The American team took 7 more shots, yet made 4 less than the French team. Now, they did shoot a better percentage from 3, but shot 3 more. Actually, 5 more from 3. They were very good from the line, 76.2%. But the French team got sent there a little bit more, and that's because of late-game fouling. Jeremy Grant did not play, by the way. I don't know why. It may be something. I'm not sure. Booker didn't show up either. I will give it to Holiday, because he just showed up from the finals, and he drops that. Good job. Booker, Middleton, not so much. You guys just showed up, and you did barely anything. What are you doing? You're just showing up from the finals, and that's the best you've got? I get it, but I don't. But enough about that. Alright, our next topic is the finals. Now, the Bucks just 1-6. I didn't talk about it in the last podcast. It did drag out to after my podcast. Funny me, when I say stuff, I'm usually wrong like that. Like, oh yeah, the series ain't gonna last past the last podcast. Oh no, I'm pretty sure it did. When I say something like that, I'm usually wrong. Just because. I can never be right about that. But Bucks 1-6. Giannis got a ring. Yeah, I was hoping the Bucks would take that home. Sorry, Suns fans. But honestly, I don't know if Giannis is ever going to be able to get back there, at least with the Bucks. I'm sorry, Bucks fans, but Middleton, you had guys show up just when they needed to, like Middleton. Like, in general, they just had guys show up when they had to. Their bench show up when they had to at times. And that's what got them the game. And Booker had some great performances, but if your co-star, if your bench does nothing to help you, or if your role players don't do much to help you, you're not winning. Especially against a team that got hot like the Bucks, who won 4 straight games after going down 0-2. But Milwaukee went crazy. No matter who won, people would have gone crazy, but especially since this was the Bucks' first championship in over half a century, I think. Pretty sure. Because when's the last time they won? In the 50s or the 60s? Early 60s, late 50s? Almost. I don't know. I have to fact check. So don't quote me on that, but pulling up the Bucks score now for that last game. Now, what's ironic is they also won against the Hawks 4-2, but Phoenix just didn't show up at the end. Crowder did good for the for that last game. Crowder did good. He had a double-double, but he didn't do, points-wise, he didn't do what you expect from a guy who played over 40 minutes. But he definitely made up for that in rebounds. Mikal Bridges played 39 minutes, 6 boards, 2 assists, 7 points. It's okay. DeAndre Ayton had a better game. 6 boards, 1 assist, 12 points. Booker played 46 minutes, only had 19 points, 5 assists, 3 boards. And CP3 had 39 minutes, 2 boards, 5 assists, 26 points. So overall, I kind of say in last minutes, CP3 had a better game than Booker, and I think that's what lost that game right there. If Booker has a bit of a better game from range, oh no, it's Suns all day. But he just didn't show up. That first quarter didn't help either, though the Bucks had a bad second quarter. They had the lead into half, actually. But really, Phoenix just, after that first half, they just couldn't keep up necessarily. In terms of quarter to quarter is how I say that. But your role players didn't do very much. Cam Johnson came off the bench getting 3 boards, 3 assists on 16 minutes. Kaminsky had 2 boards, 1 assist, 6 points on 11 minutes. And Payne had 2 boards, 10 points on 10 minutes. And Craig came off the bench to do nothing for a minute. But Giannis, double-double, 14 rebounds, 2 assists, 50 points. He showed up. P.J. Tucker didn't get any points on the board, but he did have 6 boards, 1 assist. Brook Lopez had 8 boards, 10 points. Drew Holiday had a double-double, almost a triple-double, with 9 boards, 11 assists, 12 points. He really did what he did, or what he could in those 46 minutes. Middleton in 41 minutes had 5, and 17. Obviously 5 boards and assists and 17 points. Pat Connaughton, former Notre Dame guy, by the way, didn't do great in 23 minutes, had no points, 8 boards, 1 assist. Portis in 23 minutes had 3 boards, 16 points. And Jeff Teague had 2 minutes and did nothing. Though Jeff Teague got a ring. The Bucks overall shot better percentage-wise from the field in general, though did worse from 3. Both teams were under 25% from 3. Wow. And I think what really won that game was getting to the line, and the Bucks did that, scoring 25 of 29 compared to the Suns 16 of 19. And those free throws right there, I'd say, are potentially what gave game. If not, so many missed threes from both teams. Well, both teams sucked it from 3. But it all came down to fouling, and the Suns put the Bucks to the line more than the Bucks put the Suns, and I think that's what cost them. That and Booker didn't do as much as I think he could have. But it is how it is. Bucks fans now can walk away happy from this season knowing they won. But who knows if they could make it back. Who knows? Alright. So, apparently, Bradley Beal wants to come to Boston. Oh, great. I'd be happy with Beal, but you gotta do it a certain way. It's gotta be a certain trade. If you can finesse the Wizards for Beal, I will be happy. If what I'm hearing is Smart and a player for Beal, no. No, I'd rather... If you can go Smart for Beal straight up, even that I'd kind of question, but it's all what Stevens wants to do. And that's somebody who I think could work well alongside Tatum. I think they play on the same USA team, and I think there's a connection between the two of those players too. Even not talking about the Olympics, but anyways, I think it'd be a good thing. I think we're stacked on shooting guards, so I think you do have to move Smart because Brown you're not going to move. If you do, that's a mistake. Even if it's a straight up, I think you at least got to try to fish for a second. But again, I'm not the GM. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I don't know what everyone's valued at. Who knows? They could even try to deal Smart in a guard or another guard, a shooting guard. Not Romeo, not Pritchard. You can't. I don't like the thought of moving Brown, Langford, or Pritchard. Well, Langford, it depends. But Pritchard, you can't move. Pritchard's the one player that I say you can't move. That's because of the connection between Ime and Peyton. But in other news, Jeremy Sullinger apparently wants to coach when he comes out of, or when he retires from the league. Former Celtic center. That will be interesting to see what he can do after his playing career as a coach. I wish him nothing but the best after he retires as a coach. He was one of those players I kind of liked when he was in Boston. And I can't wait to see what he can do with coaching after his career. But he's still playing. And where... I'm checking now where he is. Because I honestly really haven't kept track of where he is in the league. He hasn't even played. He is in China. That's why. He's in China. He was in China. I don't know if he still is because he played for Boston and then Toronto and then went to China. If he does, I'm not sure if he's still playing basketball. If he does end up being done soon, can't wait to see him here. I want to see him, or not here, but it'd be nice to see him on the staff. Who knows? They could be fishing him to retire now and then pull him on staff. That'd be cool, but I don't think they'd do it. I really don't. But I just wanted to cover that quick. And apparently Boston has interest in... Who was it again? Nigel Hayes. That's who it is. Alright, let me check. There is reports of interest between Nigel Hayes and the Celtics. Yeah, I don't know what... He is a small forward, but I'm not sure necessarily what you're going to get. Because he jumped from team to team. He was in 2017 and hasn't really recorded a stat since. Because he was in Toronto, he was in LA, he was in Toronto again, and then he went to Sacramento. I think that's how it went. But anyways, the former Wisconsin product has drawn interest from Boston. Do I want us to get him? No. No. He may be 26, gonna turn 27 next year. Or this year. No, I'm good. Get me another small forward that'll be a short-term depth piece like a Tristan Thompson or something. And I'm not saying that move Tristan Thompson to small forward. I'm saying get a piece like that that's an older vet that can hold down the fort for now. Don't get somebody that has barely played in the past couple of years. Don't get somebody. I'd be fine with a young guy if he's got a lot of upside and you think you can get a lot out of him. But it'll all depend on to be seen. This has been Fighter from 3. I'm going to end it here. And I will see you guys probably next week unless there's news in the week. And there probably won't be, so I will see you guys next week on another podcast.